All right, guys, thanks for joining me. Melissa here. And I do have a calling on my life to help other women, definitely. So I want to share some more stuff to help other women. A couple of things happened. I was talking to a friend, I consider a friend, and I said, hey, yo, I need some advice. And he's like, me? I'm like, yeah, you. So he's like, yeah. And I said, I am wondering with my life whether to go back to New Hampshire or not. And he's a Christian. I got a knot in my hair. He's a Christian guy, so I'm just laying back a little bit while I talk. And he's like, you know what? Pray about it. And I'm like, he goes, I'm going to give you some advice from Solomon. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, pray about it. And I'm like, I have been. I have been. I've been praying. So, guys, what's been going on is like, it's not just one decision here. I realized this tonight. It's like a compounding of different decisions that are going on right now. So, one, with my guys leaving, that is a different season for me, which is fine. I'm going to enjoy having, a home probably to myself, one way or another, or whatever I do. And then there is the idea of where am I going to move, right? What do I want to do? How am I going to do this? Those are a couple things right there. And then if I move, what's going to happen to my jobs? That kind of thing. Or do I want to work at, like, um, you know, do I want to stay working here? I love my job. What do I want to do? So there's like, it feels like a million decisions, guys. And so, he gave some very wise advice. He's like, so you're not getting an answer? You don't know what to do yet? I go, no, I'm still praying. And he goes, don't move then. Do not move. And that is usually my strategy when I feel like, okay, I'm not getting an answer to prayer. He's like, did this just happen to you that you told me about? And we were talking about something. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, that was from God, right? I'm like, oh, there's no question that was from God. And he's like, there you go. There you go. So he goes, God is not a God of confusion. And I'm like, that's very true. He's not. He's not. It's usually when something comes from God, you know it. It's just like, boom. So even this job, guys, I went there thinking, okay, I'll just use some of my business development stuff to try to get this job. And the job was different than what I signed up for. And there was no question that God provided this job for me. It was definitely from Him. So, I might be running out of time. My storage is low. So anyways, same thing, guys. So I'm walking and I'm like, walking toward my home and I'm like, hey, Melissa, what is the struggle? I'm like, you are struggling. You are carrying something that is way too heavy. And, he nailed it on the head for me. And he's like, just keep praying. Don't do anything and keep on waiting on God. And that was my plan, but he just reaffirmed everything I thought, which I'm like, yeah, definitely that was from God. There's no question that was from God tonight. So, have friends speak into your lives. Have other people see things for you. It makes a huge difference. So I'm like, yeah, definitely. So, he's like, and whatever you think, whatever you feel, you need to do, God is asking you to do, obey him, right? Just obey him. And so I was like, yeah, I know. So we were talking about, too, sometimes we get in the way. And that is so true, guys. My dad used to say, you're your own worst enemy. That was one of his sayings. It is so true, guys. So tonight was a great breakthrough. I already felt like, okay, this is a different season in your life. Your kids are going to be gone. This is the first time in, 30-something years I'm going to have no kids around. And I'm like, that's okay. This is a different season, right? But then I'm like, okay, die to yourself, Melissa. You are fighting and wrestling, and you can't get what you want. You want an answer, and you're doing it in your own strength. This I should have already known. It's a lesson I have to learn over and over and over. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. Um, what else? Let God direct your ways. Put God first and he will direct your ways. So it is so important, ladies, to get broken by God and on a regular basis. So I felt totally broken. And when you get broken, you're like, okay, I've got peace. Whatever you want, God, not my will, your will. So that is the first step, guys, when you have a lot of decisions. And I'm like, yeah, I've been praying. I've been doing a little bit of fasting. Although my son's like, what do you mean you've been fasting? You're eating chop suey right now. That's not fasting. Only a little bit, guys. Just like a little bit, not much. But anyways, somebody I know fasted for like 3 weeks. She did an amazing job. So, I'm like, that takes a lot of discipline. And she wanted to hear God's voice. So, really leaning on God when you're hungry, that is a good way to get your attention. So anyways, just broken again and being like, God, what do you want? And it's like, I just want you in my will, Melissa. That's all. I just want to work in you. I want you broken. Stop fighting with me. Just do my will. Stop working in your own strength. So when you die to yourself, and that's what we're called to do, guys, as Christians, Christ picked up his cross. He died to himself on a regular, he died to himself completely. He was perfect. But we are called to pick up our cross and die to ourselves. So, when I'm walking close to God, whatever God wants is good. And this is what I said. And then when I'm not walking close to God, I want everything. It's like nothing satisfies me when I'm not walking close to God. So this is what happens when you're not in the Word, guys. I should be very satisfied from being in the Word. I have not been in the Word as much as I need to. I heard a sermon, what was it, yesterday? Still not in the Word enough, right? Because a few days before that, I wasn't in the Word. So I need to bulk up in the Word so that I'm more satisfied. So guys, that's all I'm doing is seeking God. And I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I have no idea what he wants, but just seeking God. And that is my answer. And I feel at peace. I feel very much at peace. Like, whatever you say, God, I totally trust you. I can't talk, guys. I totally trust him. And whatever his will is his will. And that brings peace. And that gives direction for the future. Just to say, okay, I'm going to take the baby steps every single day, and what you show me is going to happen. So that's the way we live, guys. The priority is God. Seek God's kingdom first above everything else, above your work, your college, people. It's God. Okay, thanks for joining me, guys.